Hey guys, it's me Chris again, and today we're back at the workshop. Finally I'm able to shoot some videos because I did a lot of things in my workshop and I thought it's not super interesting to see me building my workshop and building tables and cleaning up. I thought you guys are more interested in knife making, so let's make some knives. So as I said before, I got some new crazy tools and it's pretty exciting, and I'm also going to do a shop tour video, but for now I'm just going to show you what I did and then we're going to get to knife making. Right, you all know my work table. Well, it's really dirty down there. I have to clean that up. You all know my workbench here, and normally here was my bandsaw, but now I've built the table and as you can see it's already filled with stuff. I have my sandblasting cabin now up on here, and pretty awesome, I have my kiln up here and my quenching plates. My bandsaw is going to go here, just at the moment here. I have a welding machine now, and I finished up my Kydex press, and I did a lot of things like hanging up my belts here, putting up sandpaper racks so I have some more space, and everything comes now together and it's pretty cool. This kiln is from Even Heat, and this thing is huge. I know I make small knives and you would say, why you need such a big kiln? They're small ones, but I also want to get into longer swords and machetes and stuff like that, or longer kitchen knives. So that's why I bought the bigger version, because I really want to get into maybe sword making, maybe also like bigger kitchen knives. That's what I'm also interested in. And here are my plate quenching setup. It's pretty easy. I got the idea from Simple Little Live. So you just crank it down, put your steel between it, because I also have now D2, which we are going to work on now. I heat treated yesterday the first time. It worked really well with those aluminum plates, and yeah, let's just get to finishing up those knives. So yesterday I heat treated all of these knives. They're all in D2. D2 is kind of stain resistant. It can rust, but it's really hard to get it rust, and if there's rust or stain on it, you can just take some WD-40 and wipe it away. Check out those colors. Those are the heat treating colors from D2. This one didn't got that many colors of it, but I still have to temper this one because I just forgot it, and I tempered those two yesterday, so we have to finish them, and I will throw this into the oven, which I also have now. I have a microwave oven here, so I don't have to run into my house. So let's just temper this one and start with this one. This one will be just sandblasted, get an acid wash, and I guess a two-tone finish. And this one will be also sandblasted. I have to still grind the bevel, and then we'll also get maybe two-tone finish, maybe just an acid wash. I'm not sure yet. And we also have some walnut for this one, and we have some darker wood for this one. See ya later. Alright, so this one will be thrown into the acid. On this one I still want to do some grinding before I will throw it into the acid, because I also want to round off the edges, because I forgot about that. And you should always round off the edges before you heat treat it, because after heat treating it's a really pain in the ass to do so, but I still want to have some more rounded off edges, because it's really uncomfortable and also dangerous when you do some push cuts and it's really uncomfortable. This one has rounded off edges. We have to clean it up with some acetone, and then it's just going to go into the acid. So here are my Trizacs. These ones are Trizacs. They're really cool. They're from 3M. I got them at True Grit and they're really nice. They don't have a really grid sizing on it. They have like A65, but I just marked them with my Sharpie 240, 400 and then 600, because it's just easier than always look up what it means. So just write it on with a Sharpie and then you always know what grid size you have. Alright, so now that we are finished with this knife, there's still some hand marks on it, like some fingerprints. This is now 400 with Trizac, and then I hit it with a surface conditioning belt, and I think it looks really nice. Both sides are pretty good. I like this side a little bit more because the plunge is a little bit better than on this side. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the grind. We have to throw on some scales. I already cut them up a couple days ago, and we have to throw on the edge. And I might do acid stonewash on this knife as well. And we also have to take out now the other one to put an acid stonewash on it. So I also upgraded my stone tumbler from a bag. I went to a bucket. So let's give it a stone wash. I think this bucket is not the best, so let's upgrade again to a yellow wider bucket, and yeah. Alright, so the stonewash is done. It brightened up quite a bit, but I think it's going to look really cool with the two-tone finish. I hope I don't mess it up, but we will maybe hit it with Trizac and then with a surface conditioning belt. We are done with this knife. It looks actually really cool. It feels also really nice. Just has some oil on it now. I maybe have to do a little bit more work on the plunge line, because on this side here I wasn't working really well before heat treating, and I haven't seen the scratches until I got up to the higher finishes and also with the acid wash. So I had some black spots in it, or some grind marks. So this line here is a little bit shorter than on the other side. I have to get that out. I will maybe just hit it up with a 240, then 400 and surface conditioning belt. This is now 400 grit with a Trizac and then with a surface conditioning belt. The surface conditioning belt is just awesome. It does a really nice job in finishing up your grinds. Gives a really nice look, and I'm really happy how that knife turns out. We have to make a sheath now, or maybe I will do it today because I also want to finish the other knives. And we also have to sharpen it up. I'm really excited how the edge is going to be on this knife, because this is the first time that I'm using D2 steel. Right, so you might ask, what is a surface conditioning belt? It's actually just a huge Scotch-Brite on a belt. This is now medium. This belt is from 3M. I got mine from TrueGrit. They have fine and rough. I do really like them. They are quite pricey. They're 25 US dollars, but they give a really nice finish, and they also last a long time. So if you're into knife making and you have a belt grinder, go check those belts out. They're really nice and they give a really nice surface finish. Alright, so I've done all the 3 knives. The 3rd knife is now in the acid. My camera is off. Alright, yeah, that's good. Or better. Right. Alright, so now I've done all the 3 knives with the finish. The 3rd knife is now in the acid. For this knife, the handle scales are already finished, so when I take it out of the acid, I might do a 2-tone finish. I'm not sure yet. But the handle scales are already done, as I said, so this knife just needs a sheath and an edge on it. I'm still thinking now what I should do now. Should I start with the handle works, the scales for the one knife, or should I sharpen up the other one? But if I sharpen it up, it's going to be really tricky while I do the sheath. So I'm also thinking I could do the sheath now, so I'm really like, oh, what should I do? That's always like, when I don't have custom orders or so, I'm always like finding out new ways, trying new prototypes. There's all those 3 knives, they're all prototypes. I'm not sure if I'm going to make them, but these are also knives. When people are saying, hey, I want that, or I want that, I can send them a pic like, do you mean that, or do you mean that? And they're like, yeah, this is cool, can you make that, but maybe with a different grip, or maybe with a different finish on it, or anything else. That's the cool thing at the moment. But next week I have like 6 or 7 knives to do. We'll part it up into 2 weeks. Pretty big knives. Most of them are survival knives, so I'm really excited for that, because next week I will also get a steel delivery 01, D2, 4mm and 6mm plates. They're kind of big, so they will bring it up to my garage. I'm really excited for that, and I can finally start with them. And also do my heat treating, show you the heat treating. Next week is going to be really awesome, and I will try to take you guys with me onto that journey of making all those 6 knives, or even more, I think, because I also will make some new knives, some prototypes, and they will also be sent out to some other guys for testing. And I'm really excited to all do that with you, and I hope I can just take you with it, make some cool shots. Not always, but because always the editing, because I want to finish the knife, because from the knives I will get my money from, and from the YouTube I don't. So I will try my best to keep you updated and always take the camera with me. But now we are heading to the knives. I think I made my decision, and I will start off with a Kydex sheath for the scaleless knife, and then I can put the edge on it, because I'm really excited how the edge of the D2 is. So let's just get to it. Alright, so now I'm finished sharpening up this knife here. I started up with 50 grit, then 80, 100, then 200, 400, then 600, 800, then 1000, 200 and 600, and I used some Balzar strobes with a diamond paste. I will also get some leather strobes, and now we have to test cut this edge here. I hope it's going to work really well. I think that is sharp enough. I also nearly finished the Kydex sheath. I used some red rivets. They were a little bit too big, and that's why they cracked and the color crumbled away. That was just a tryout, and next time I have to use smaller rivets or eyelets. And I also have to still polish the edges with my buffing wheel, which I will get hopefully next week. But the retention is really nice. I also have like a finger choil here, so I can press against it. All in all, I'm really happy. I still have to do some cleanups, clean up the blade, but all in all, I'm really happy how this knife turned out. So I also just got a mail call from Knife and Tools. I ordered that yesterday and it arrived today. I didn't expect that. They're really fast. They are like, I ordered it and I already packed it, something like that. So pretty handy to have a new sharp knife, and cuts like a razor. I'm really happy with that knife. And in here we have some packing, some new additions to my Wicked Edge. These are the leather straps and some diamond paste. I just extra ordered one. Here's also already something in there. We can just open it for you guys so you can see. The packaging of the Wicked Edge is really nice. They cost around, already lost one, diamond paste. So these are the diamond pastes. They have different microns. This is 1 micron, and this is 0.5 micron. I ordered another one just so I have some spare, and as you can see, they're really tight in there. The leather straps, they go for 50 bucks or so. The stone ones are a little bit more expensive, but the diamonds, they last a long time. And so I think you buy one and then you cry once, and then you never have to buy new ones, maybe after like 5 or 10 years of hard using. So all the packing aside, so they're also getting wrapped in plastic. As you can see here, they're colored 1 micron and 0.5 micron. They're really handy. Alright, so this blade is also pretty damn sharp. I'm really happy how it turned out. I really do love the look, and I'm thinking not to make a Kydex sheath for that, especially with the wood. And I thought maybe to give it to a guy who can work with leather and make a leather sheath for this knife. I think that could also look pretty cool, like the tactical look with the wooden scales and a leather sheath. I think that would be also pretty cool. What do you think about the idea? Should I give it to a leather guy, or should I do a Kydex sheath for it? I think leather would be better. That was a rhyme. And I'm really happy how the knives turned out today. Also with this one, it was the first time I was working with D2 steel, and so far I'm really happy how the D2 steel is looking, especially with the acid wash. It gives me way better color than with the 01. I think that is probably because of the oxidation after heat treating, because you heat treat D2 in stainless steel foil, so there's no oxygen around it, so you don't have scale building up onto your steel, and that's why the steel is way much more cleaner than 01, and that gives you a way better look than on 01. But I'm really happy how the blades are turning out. I will do some close-up shots after this video, and this video is also finished for today. I have still a lot of editing to do, some cleanup in the workshop, but I still hope you like this episode. Also with the new steel and with some new knives. And yeah guys, if you liked the video, just leave a comment down below or like. If you don't like the video, leave a thumb down. Also let me know why you didn't like the video. Was it the editing, or how I was talking, or what I was showing? That would help me a lot to make my videos even better. And also you can check out my Instagram. This is also ForgeWorks, where you can see more of my knives, what I'm doing. And yeah guys, see you next time.